Have you ever wondered how the goods and services in the market is moving? Ever thought how money interact within the sectors of the economy? Worry no more, because here I am to help you. Welcome to this 3-minute short video about the circular flow of goods, services, and money in the market. Before going through, let us first define what is the circular flow of economic activity. It is a model showing the basic economic relationship within a market economy. It somehow illustrates the balance between the income received and the payments by each sector or group. The flow explains where money goes and what it is exchanged for. Let us walk through this circular flow step by step. Let us remember that in the economy, everything seems to affect everything else. One action of something seems to have a domino effect to others. To understand it more clearly, the sectors in the economy is divided into 4 groups: the households, the firms, the government as the domestic sector, and the rest of the world as the external trade sector. All of them interacts to each other in a different manner. Let's first identify the 4 factors of production: land, which is paid by rent; labor, which is paid by wages and salary; capital, which is paid by interest; and entrepreneurship, which is paid by profit. Let's go on to the circular flow diagram. Household works and invests on firms. Because of that, they receive wages for their work, interests, and dividends for their investments. They also work and invest on the government and receive wages and interest on government bonds. Many households also receive transfer payments from the government. Transfer payments is a payment by the government without goods or services being received in return. For example, SSS benefits, veterans benefits, and welfare payments. Together, these receipts make up the total income received by the households. Households buy services from firms and pay taxes to the government, which make up the paid out by the households. This difference between the total receipts and the total payments of the household is the amount that the households save or they save. If they receive more than they spend, they save. If they receive less than they spend, they save. Going back to the circular flow, the firm sells goods and services to households and the government to earn revenue or profit. Firm pays wages, interest, and dividends to households, and firms pays taxes to the governments. These payments are the outflows of the firms. The government collects taxes from households and firms. The government also makes payments. If the government revenue is less than its payments, the government is the saving. Finally, the households spend some of their income on imported goods and services produced by foreign countries. But similarly, people in foreign countries purchase exports, goods and services produced by domestic firms and sold to other countries. That's it for the circular flow of money. For goods, there are 2 additional sectors: the resource market and the products markets. Households provide their labor, land, capital, and human skills to the resource market, and in return, they get money income. They also provides goods and services to the product market. Market collect consumption expenditures of the households. The government sector stay in the middle, the flow of goods of service process. They collect net taxes and required goods and services to the business and households. The government also collect resources from the resource market and goods and services from the product market. Business incur costs to collect resources from the factor market, so resource market gets money from the business. On the other hand, a business sells its goods and services to the product market. In return, business generates revenue. For an open economy, product market imports and buy exports. To sum up, there are injections and leakages in the circular flow. Injections are investment, export, and government spending, while leakage is the savings, imports, and taxation. To reach equilibrium, the rate of injections and the rate of leakage must be equal. We have to remember in the circular flow diagram is that everyone's expenditure is someone else's receipt. Thank you for listening.